Welcome to the City of Florissant Podcast, your go-to source for news, events, and stories from our beautiful community.
Hi, I'm Mayor Tim Lowery, and welcome to another edition of the Mayor's Podcast Show. With me today is Precious and Frank. They're with the Traction Group. Welcome, guys. I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much.
So today we're here to talk about the importance of traffic safety. As we all know how crazy people are driving right now, and the people are speeding, not wearing seatbelts, and there's a lot of traffic safety issues out there. And you guys belong to this group called Traction. So why don't you guys explain what Traction is?
So Traction is, we spread the message of teens taking action to prevent road crashes. We call them crashes because accidents are preventable.
Very good.
We're specifically us, we're a partnership with Nintendo for Africa, an organization that empowers immigrants here in the St. Louis community. So we work to spread the awareness of road safety to our community specifically, and just make sure here in St. Louis our roads are safe.
So what was your inspiration to get involved in this group?
Honestly, it all started by wanting to go on a trip. Jeffrey sent out a newsletter or an email about the attraction thing in 2023, and it was like, wait, I want to go to Kansas City with my friends. So we went to Kansas City with our friends, and we learned so much. We heard stories from people who were victims of car accidents, and altogether it ended up in learning about a powerful message and how important it is just to buckle up or put your phone down.
So honestly, you went there just to spend time with your friends, but then you've seen there's value in this trip.
Yeah, and here we are 2 years later.
Very good. So that's how it's been 2 years now that
Yes.
you've been doing this. You've been spreading the word.
Yes, sir.
So what do you guys see as the biggest road safety issue for teenagers?
A lot of the times I see a lot of speeding and teenagers not really wearing your seatbelt specifically for granted. Like they say they're going a short distance and that it's not as important, or they just don't see a need for it. So a lot of times, and then I also see a lot of phone use while driving. Yes, I try to get, like my parents, I try to make sure that when we're in the car, we each have our seatbelts on, because it not just affects you personally. There's also people around you that, if a car crash can happen, which God forbid it does, if it does happen, everybody's a victim and everybody can get hurt. So a lot of the times I see seatbelt, and then that being distracted from your phone use, or even the on stereo system.
Yeah, because the state of Missouri has passed a law that it's got to be hands-free, that you can't have your phone in your hand when you're driving, and we still see it today. But yeah, it's definitely a problem. So how do you guys spread awareness, like the traffic safety awareness through Traction?
We raise awareness by going out to our communities, our churches, like how we were in the Valley of Flowers, just reaching out to people through events, and even just talking to our friends about it. Our main focus is targeting the youth, although we do love talking to everyone else of all ages. But just telling our friends, make sure you put your seatbelt on, put your phone down. If you're in the passenger seat and your friend is the driver, help them. If they need directions, tell them where to go so they don't have to pick up their phone and look down for those 5 seconds that could potentially result in a car accident or crash. Accident, not crash, not accident, sorry.
And we also have a Nintendo for Africa social media page. We have one on Instagram that you can go and follow, where we'll be posting just better tips on how to drive safely on the road. Yes.
So then do you guys do anything like a PowerPoint presentations or anything like that?
Yes, we do those presentations. A lot of our churches have events. So we, in Florissant, we have a church called Christ Covenant Church, and we've held so many events there for the little ages, the middle schoolers, for the elementary school kids, and also the high schoolers, where we not only give a presentation, but we also do engaging activities. So they are actually interested in what we're learning about. So one of the activities we did is called a seatbelt run. So they get in, basically it's a car, the doors are open, and it's 4 of them. So they each have to get in the car and put on their seatbelt and do that in all of the seats except the middle seat, of course. Yeah. And every group goes, so they try to get the fastest time, and then whatever group gets the fastest time gets a prize. So it's a good way just to teach them to self-consciously put on their seatbelt. Whenever they get in the car, the first thing they should do is put on their seatbelt. Not pick up your phone, not look in the mirror, not do this and this, not choose whatever music you're going to listen to, but put on your seatbelt and put your phone down.
So if an organization, youth organization, they want to have you guys come and give the presentation, how do they get a hold of you?
You can reach out to us. We have, like I said, we have our social media page, and then you can reach out to Jeffrey Salantet, our CEO at Nintendo for Africa, you can reach out to him and he'll let us know, and we can prepare a presentation and we can come out to you and talk to you about the importance of road safety.
Do you allow other people other than the people in your group become members and be part of Traction?
Yes, of course. We welcome all new members. We want as many people to be engaged as they will. And also, the more members we have, the more outreach that we have. So we do encourage new members also, a lot of us are going to be graduating soon within the next year or two. So we want as many people who are able to join the group and who want to join the group and help us spread the message to help spread the message.
So you got a story, a real impact story that has really impacted your beliefs in this organization?
Yes, I would say for me, honestly, I have family members who are not the best drivers. There's been car accidents when I was little. There's been my brother. He's very into cars and he drives. And I'm going to be honest, I did not grow up always wearing my seatbelt. And there's been some scary moments in the car where it's like, I hope I get home safe. And honestly, it's very influential, or it's very powerful to see that now my family members are putting on their seatbelts. When we get in the car with family members, they're the ones telling people. Or even hearing stories, honestly, at Traction was also very empowering to hear about people whose lives were changed, who have become paralyzed, who have lost limbs, unfortunately, but they're still here to this day to spread the message of Traction. So if they can do it after facing those challenges, why can't I?
Of course, the youth, obviously they're our future. They sometimes at that age, they have a hard time taking things seriously. How do you guys get to them? What is it that you do to make them realize it's serious?
A lot of the times it's really letting them know that it can happen to them, and giving them specific examples of people who didn't believe it could happen to them, and then making sure they understand that this is real, regardless of all that you see on the news, that it can actually happen to you, and that they need to take it seriously, and don't let it get to a point where it can't happen to you. Actually, just be safe at all times, regardless of how far you're going, whatever you're about to go do. Remember to be safe.
Piggybacking off of Frank, I would say that it's so impactful or empowering to see that we have family members or friends who are pulling us aside and saying, I see what you're doing. Or that when I get in the car with some of my friends, they're like, oh yeah, make sure you wear your seatbelt. Precious is in here. So I love seeing that. Or even when people pull me aside, they're, yeah, I saw the ad, or yeah, I heard about Traction, or I saw you guys at Valley of Flowers I've been hearing lately. So it really is great to hear people talking about us and even just bringing our message. Yeah.
Great. That's awesome. So what's coming up for Traction? You guys got any events coming up? You've got anything that you want to kind of push out there and let everybody know that you guys are going to be at a certain event? Or
Yes.
So yes, up and coming this summer, we are planning to host a festival where we will have vendors from all over the United States that will come and talk to us about road safety, bring awareness, and just share about some of their stories on how they've encountered road safety. Yes.
We also do have various little smaller events at the church, like we were talking about. So that one, the church really helps us to talk to the younger age, because the younger age is the next couple of the years, they'll be the new drivers on the road. We also do partner a lot with the mental health advocates, because mental health is such an important part when you're thinking about road safety, because in a way, it's another form of impaired driving. So yes, we do have events coming up. We do have our Safety Fest that's coming up, which will be like a carnival type of thing to really invite everyone to.
Where's that going to be?
That is what we're working on, actually.
That's right. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking about that. That's right.
So
okay.
To be determined, but we
Okay.
are working on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we are ready to partner with as many people as we can, just spread our message. And even as school is ending and summer is coming up, to have everyone that is driving now in the summer as well, because we'll have plenty of new drivers to be educated on what they should be doing on the road.
And even in my school, Hazelwood West, I'm working. The Traction group here, the VFRA Traction at Hazelwood West is working with our administration to get a Traction group started, or maybe even work on events that have something to do with road safety. Just at prom, we started Please Return on Monday, which is an acronym for prom, so that students knew the importance of driving home safe after prom night. So yes, we continue to work with our school and administration to get more road safety implemented into the
It seems like you guys are doing such a great job.
curriculum.
I certainly appreciate that. Now,
Thank you so
is there an
much.
age group that if you want to be part of the traction group that I mean, is there an age group or no limitations? If you want to be part of traction, we want you to be part of traction.
Yes, if you want to be part of Traction, please come ask questions. Generally, I would say our ages range from about 12 or 13 to about 18. So that is around the age area we are in. But if you want to be involved in Traction, if anyone wants to be involved in Traction, all they can do is ask. Even if we have parents, because a lot of the times we also do need some type of supervising going on, or even if it's a little kid, we love having one of the videos that we did for Traction. We had a little sibling say, drive safe so you can keep kids like me safe. So we have space for kids everywhere, wherever they want to be, whether you're a kid or an adult.
Okay, so just a kind of a closing type of thing. Just one piece of advice that you'd want to give kids your age, young adults your age.
Regardless of wherever you're going, please don't have that mindset that you can't be part of the statistic, because you can also be part of the statistic. So remember to be safe at all times, just in case something does happen.
Yes, I would say my piece of advice would be to take care of yourself. Not only, we do so many things to take care of ourselves, whether it's brushing our teeth, whether it's brushing our hair, whatever it is. And another thing we should add on to that list is buckling up and putting our phone down. I know many of us, we plan for a future, we plan to go to college, but at the end of the day, we can't get there if we're not here. So it's such an important thing to just do two things that will keep you safe. Buckle up and put your phone down, and that will save you so much. That will save even your life and many others.
So you guys are so right. Frank, Precious, I really appreciate you guys being here today on my podcast show, and certainly all your great work that you're doing on traffic safety, because we certainly, 34 years in law enforcement, I know how important it is that we keep people safe.
Yes,
Is there anything else you guys like to add?
No, nothing much.
I would just like to say thank you for having us. We really appreciate this. Another way to just spread our message about Traction and tell people things that they may not already know.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
This has been another edition of the Mayor's Podcast Show. We are Florissant Strong.